factored into making this debt so large? What areas do you believe we need to cut to reduce the deficit? What specifically qualifies you to represent the 20th Congressional District through what could be one of the darkest financial pictures in U.S. history? Are you committed to lead without raising taxes? What ideas do you have that would reduce federal spending?
This is the very area where my strength is. I'm a CPA. I understand budgets. I've worked on a closed school board with a $500 million budget. I understand the use and application of funds. I understand how the Internal Revenue Code works and what parts of the Internal Revenue Code really are not working the way they should be. There's many, many changes that we can put in there. We can implement one item right today that should have been implemented 16 months ago when this thing began in our economy. We should have changed the rules dealing with capital losses. Capital losses are limited to 3,000 a year. All of us are experiencing real losses today. And that's an area that we should change that immediately, allow for unlimited write-off to provide capital back into the hands of individuals and investors. In terms of what other things can we cut at the federal level, you need to understand there was a bill passed 09-10 in December, signed by our president, approved by Jim Costa and the majority Democrats, spending bills. In that spending bill, it included a 2% raise to federal employees. 2% means $20 billion. While the rest of us in the private sector have been sitting here for 14 months, 18 months, hurting, losing revenue, we have a government that has given increases that shouldn't be there. Obama's saying we're going to go ahead and put in a freeze, but we're going to wait to put that freeze in for another year. Wait a second, folks. We're not waiting here in the private sector. It's happening to us today. We have to make decisions, and we have a government that is unwilling to do the same thing. So how do we cut stuff? We don't give 2% raises when the rest of the economy is falling apart. We trim areas of government that it can easily be trimmed. The Department of Labor, I can share with you right from there, is an easy place to trim the Department of Labor. There's so many things, because I deal with that department, that can be trimmed and cut to allow for the ability to save money. The things that we need to emphasize are the things that are important. Our military, safety with fire and police, our education.